Hi, welcome back to Soul Food Ministries and Outreach. I'm Henriette Hobson. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to all the ministry here. This is what we do. My life is ministry. Soul Food Ministry and No More Jim Crow Ministry and No More Jim Crow and Craft Ministry, Garden Ministry, and everything else we do is ministry because we're here to uplift, just to make you, to support you in prayer and give you information to make you feel better and more secure if possible. Uh, Bring on awakeness to know that something isn't what it looks like. You might think that one thing is okay, but you don't realize that it's not when it comes down to um, just everyday thinking, and then what God has got to say about it, what's far more important. No More Jim Crow Ministry is just to uplift in prayer, information, and just in any way we can to show Black Americans that you are valued. There's no, racial hate here, nothing like that. Everyone's welcome, and because we need everyone to care, and if everyone will care about the oppressed, which Jesus told us to make sure we take care of, everyone will do better. A mentality has been given that you've got to have the poor people and the downtrodden and the whatever to look down upon so you can feel better about yourself. That is totally anti-God, horrible type of character to have. And do you know that if everyone is doing well and flourishing, wherever you live, it's going to be great. It's going to be far better. But as long as you have, first of all, you're going to have people that no matter how much they have, they're greedy, they're going to try to take what belongs to you. You're going to always have that. People getting comfortable with where they think they live and what kind of environment they're in and what social class and economic class that they're in. And even there, as we can see, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with all this that's going on with these fires. Terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. One of the reasons I came back on today was I wanted to just reiterate over and over again, especially the Black Americans, don't wait for the system to work for you. If you haven't been in the midst of the fire yet, it's not over. There's a spiritual battle and warfare going on. And we don't know all the answers. I don't care how many prophets come on there and tell you they heard this, that, and the other. You better hear from God individually what you need to do. Make sure you have smoke detectors, carbon detectors. Every supply that you can get your hands on, get it. Have it stored away, make a special place, especially if you haven't been you're not in the line of fire yet, because you don't know when that line of fire is going to show up. They're talking about the winds kicking back up again. They've calmed down, but they're talking about them kicking back up again. The problem is a lot of people are worried about their homes, so much so that they don't want to leave it because they don't want it looted and robbed and what have you. And then they stay, and then they have to flee and run without anything, leaving everything behind, instead of preparing for having to leave just in case. You can always unpack it, but rent you a U-Haul. If you're handy, get you some wood from the hardware store, build you a U-Haul that you can, a type of storage bin that you can put some valuable things in that you can take with you and get that, especially the most valuable things that you wouldn't want taken from you or what have you, and get the heck up out of there. You've got to think ahead because no one is really thinking about you. We've seen how this takes place. I'll not forget that man begging for just one person, firemen and trucks or whatever, to come and help him. Nobody responded. The people in the neighborhood had to come start bringing him bottled water and different things. The same thing, stay as healthy as you can. Stay out of these doctor's offices as much as you can. I'm not saying don't go. Just try to maintenance yourself as much as you can to stay healthy. And stay healthy and stay out of these places. If you have a baby, take along somebody, get a doula, get a midwife, get someone, pay them to come, be by your side and speak for you. Film and video everything. And then don't be afraid to sue their socks off if something goes down. You must speak up. There are people that should not be in your room, put them out. It's your room. You're paying to be there. A lot of these nurses, male nurses and stuff coming in, even maintenance people coming in trying to view women while they're getting examined, pretending like they're taking care of something. And these nurses, they're a lot of these nurses, I'm just telling you, I'll tell you what I've seen with my own eyes. They're bringing their boyfriends in, they're bringing whatever, this is a wicked system. And they won't even speak up for you and tell them that you gotta get out of here. And when you go in, you're vulnerable. And you're thinking that people are there to take care of you and they're gonna speak up for you. Don't count on that, Black people. Don't count on it. Speak up for yourself. Know the rules and laws before you even get there. Get there so that once somebody can't tell you, well, you got to get out there because you're making trouble. Keep a video camera going at all times so you can prove. Doctors and these nurses, when they are racist, they are against you, and they're doing whatever they can to hurt you. And if they think they can get away with it, I've had to chew a couple of doctors out. And I stopped going because I've cried in doctors' offices before. And the problem is, don't even try to count on your own people. We're still in that slave mentality, going against each other, and they will call in reinforcement. And what they do, if they can't make you do what they want you to do, they will call your own people in to bully you or even try to hurt you and hurt your relative or whatever that's there. Racism is an evil. It is the you talking evil. You talking evil. So I say, prepare yourselves. Get what you need. If you don't have smoke detector and carbon detector, go to the fire station that's near you and request one. They give them to you for free. They'll even come in and install them, but watch them when they come in. I had a fireman to come in here, and I saw him sneaking out of the door looking like he was carrying something with him, but I wasn't dressed in order to, and I thought he was being watched. He wasn't supposed to be left unattended. That's a whole nother story I'm not getting into. Now, do whatever you can. This is survival of the fittest. It just really is. You can't count on anyone to protect you and treat you well. Man's heart is wicked, and they always want to do something. If the opportunity opens up, they'll do it. They're stealing your blood in the hospital when they drawing extra tubes for those that are blood drinkers. Don't think I'm crazy because I'm telling you what I've seen with my own eyes that happened to me. I mean, I had to go through a few doctors in my time. I stopped even going to male doctors pretty much when it came down to OBGYN stuff. Because it's like I'm paying some man to be all up in here, up in here. No. No. And then, inappropriate bedside manner. I'm like, well, okay, tell you what we're going to do here. We won't be back. They try to do it so slick, but I'm like, oh no. I know that didn't even sound right. So, I mean, I'm not going to say all that he said, but, and so I left out. I mean, when I left and I never returned. Then I got a hold to a black male doctor, and he rushed me through like I was a piece of cattle. Barely examining me, barely looking at me. And I just told him I wasn't coming back anymore, and he's like, oh, well, what happened? Why not? Or whatever. And I told him why not. I said, I felt like I was being rushed through like a piece of cattle on and what I just told you. So then when I got back, whatever he was, I'll do better or whatever. I'm not gonna. I didn't mean for that to be the situation. I feel like. Then he tried to, mock me, patronize me, and say. Then he started moving like a turtle. The next day, I gave him a chance. Okay. Then he started moving like a turtle and just sitting there, looking at me, like an idiot. Being a smart A, And then I'm uncomfortable again because I see you trying to play games here. Okay, I tell you what. Don't worry, because I won't be back. And so I had to, so don't count on anyone. I don't care who they are, what they look like, to be all in all on your side. There's a few, and they're hard to find. So, when you go in a doctor's office, you're usually looking for them to know what's going on, find out what's going on, and help you. See, the problem is you go in with that victim mentality of, I need you to help me. And I'm afraid because I don't know what's wrong and what, and already the stage is set for you to be taken advantage of. I've even heard women coming out of, I went to this one female doctor, and it wasn't about OBGYN stuff. It was a high blood pressure situation. And I said, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go, because they tried to kind of scared me a little bit with the blood pressure thing. But I wasn't allowing myself to hear the Holy Spirit. I got in a panic. Don't get in a panic, because he'll tell you what's wrong. And I get in there, and this chick, a Caucasian woman, she came out and said, all she wants to do is x-rays. How many x-rays do she need to take? Every time I come in here, she got some kind of test for me. And so, I knew that this woman wasn't, this female doctor wasn't no good. Stole my necklace right off my neck. I'm telling you. Pretending to be examining my my neck and my thyroid and what have you. And it's, excuse me, it was feeling funny. But I thought, okay, everybody has the bedside manner, But I've been examined for my thyroid before, so ain't nobody ever, you kind of handled it like that, but everybody's different. And, like I said, you're in this trust mode, and and I'm sitting there, and I didn't even examine myself until I got home, and I realized my necklace is gone. Girl took my necklace off my neck. And I saw her checking out my ring. I'm like, okay, that's it. I reported her. I could not prove, and I wasn't willing to go through it for the value of the thing. And I was already going through a lot. So I didn't have time for that. It wasn't just, no. But I did report her to her superior and cut off from her. Listen, take care of yourself and one another. Take care of your parents and grandparents and children, and keep yourselves out. Detox just often. Detox at least 4 times a year. Through the season, they used to get you cleaned out. Get you some cod liver oil and peels. Freeze them, and when you take them and drink enough liquids behind it, then they will not disperse out of that capsule into your esophagus and start coming up and tasting like fish. It'll usually will hold on until it gets to your stomach. I learned that tip from somewhere, I forget, years ago. Any kind of fish oil, garlic, stuff like that. It depends on the kind of capsule it is in, for one thing. Well, it's getting dark in here, and I'd have to go and click on the light and do all this stuff. But I'm going to just cut it short and everything. But it was just one of those urgent memos. Stay out of the line of fire of being the victim of people being able to do things to you. They will victimize you. Don't call an ambulance unless you really, really need one. I've seen an EMT do some stuff. I'm just telling you. So, good old information, soul food, you're feeding your soul, giving you something to think about, helping you to prepare. See you next time.